first encounter with SMARTS was at the program's first end of the year event, and I knew before leaving that day that this was a program I wanted to be a part of. At the most basic level, the objective of the SMARTS program was to create a fun and supportive community for kids with learning differences.
When we were at SMARTS, neurotypical took on a whole new meaning. At monthly SMARTS meetings, it was okay not to spell a word correctly while brainstorming for one of our projects. No one cared.
I think one of the greatest things SMARTS did for me was helping me confront my own experience being a kid with ADD. Being a kid with ADD is incredibly hard. And I think sometimes we carry that hurt with us. Being able to come to terms with that by working with another kid who's still in that place of struggle was for me incredibly profound.
Yes, SMARTS provides truly valuable academic support, but it also teaches kids like me, kids like Alexa, and kids like our mentees, that it's okay to learn differently. It taught us and continues to teach students throughout the country that having a learning difference isn't bad, it's just different.
There is so much emphasis placed in our society on being smart and successful. And for kids with learning difficulties that feel like learning is outside of their control, this can feel like all of a life sentence. This is something that has to be addressed in order to make progress. At SMARTS, we help kids recognize and appreciate the things that they're good at, and we expose them to all sorts of new games, activities, art forms, you name it, to help them find new things they like doing that they can use as an outlet.
I don't know how many of you have seen the SMARTS website or looked at these lessons, but this is incredibly detailed, an analytic approach to looking at how your mind works. It's simple, but as someone who's taken neurobiology courses, it's incredibly complex. And I think having that insight into how my mind worked and being able to teach it to a young person changed how I approached work for the rest of my life.
SMARTS taught me that there is no shame in advocating for myself and for my learning disabilities. That to succeed as a student was well within my rights just as much as the next non-LD student. I never thought 10 years ago, when I started SMARTS as that 8th grader, that I would voluntarily read hundreds of pages a week and then crank out 10, 20, 30-page papers.
So I think everyone who participated in the SMARTS program got something out of it. But for me, it totally changed the path of my life. SMARTS pushed me into education. I don't think I'd be teaching today if it hadn't been for the 2 years I spent with SMARTS.
If you were to ask me in elementary school if I could trade my brain for one and learn in a warm way, I would have said yes in a heartbeat. If you were to ask me the same question in middle school, I would have given you the same answer. If you were to ask me that question today, I'd say no. Absolutely no. I have an advantage. Why would I give that up?